Hello, 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 hello. I don't know how I keep losing this picture. I gotta re-download the picture to put it up here. All right. So what's going on, Vince? How you doing, man? Miss Arabia, what's going on? Welcome. Yeah, that really happened. Thanks for stopping in, man. I'm trying to resend this picture. 'Cause I don't know how I keep losing. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, so we got the same tools that we used last time. We use charcoal over here. So I got my charcoal white, I got my charcoal clear, I got my stump, I got my eraser. I'm gonna be using this a lot today because I'm about to fix this. This eye is not right. So I'm gonna be doing some erasing. Got another eraser, and I got my 2B, 4B, and 6B charcoal pencils. All of those. I have my X-Acto knife to sharpen if I need to. Haven't needed to yet. Let's see. I don't know how I keep losing this picture, but I'm about to put it on my desktop so I don't lose it again. It's weird that it keeps disappearing on me. So you on the desktop. Ain't losing it again. All right. So like I said, this eye needs to be more closed. So I'll be doing that. I don't know when. Should I start with that? I could start with it. Moving the picture. What I'm doing, for those of you who haven't been here or don't know, I'm drawing my father who passed away in August, or I'm sorry, October. Let's see. All right. Got everything set up. So no politics today. Just artwork. And I don't need that. Perfect. All right. Should I start with erasing? I can. Let's get to this. Here. All right. I just stood back and watched and or looked at it, and it's too wide. This eye needs to be brought down. I'm about to erase all of it. This eye, well, the eyelid maybe even has to. Yeah. I definitely have to move this down. What's interesting about it is I know I knew that this was an issue. I was just going to ignore it for a little while. How you doing, Miss Genesis? We're going to erase all of this. I don't have to fully erase it. That's the good thing about charcoal. Because I'll be able to shade over a lot of the lines. But yeah, this eye was going to drive me crazy if I didn't take care of it. was gonna wait until later, but there's no reason to really wait. I might as well just get rid of it, take it down. I just have to make it smaller, not smaller, more shut. The starting point was fine. This is a little high. And just so you guys, if you guys don't know, let me pull this up here, image file. Desktop. Yeah, this is much easier. I don't even know why I didn't just do this before. So if you look at this eye is fine. But this eye here should be shut a little bit more, which is why I'm going to do what I'm doing. This is my father. So if you look again, that other eye needs to be shut more. I can't just leave it open when it's actually supposed to be more shut than the other one. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That might take a little bit, but must be done. Get rid of all of this because it's going to come down to about here. And that's the only way that I'm going to be able to do it. Or the only way that I'm going to be satisfied is if it's right. And I can't just leave that. I was more annoyed with the mouth, but now that I've gotten down to here, I'm more comfortable with it. It's going to go away. I'm not worried about it. So as I go over this, it'll be much better. And if I see anything, I got to do that. I don't know what's going on. I have, it's not even like a sore throat. It's like a little itch. It's like, it feels dry. That's what it feels. It feels like there's one little small dry patch. I don't know. It's really weird. It's not like it's sore, and I'm not sick. I know that kind of stuff really bothers you. But it just won't go away. I don't know what it is. Oh, where's my, I guess I have to use this. So I'll try not to. It's not even that. It's not even drinking water. I have water. I have my Chicago Bears water. See? There's just it. Even when as the water goes down, it feels like there's a dry patch. I don't know what that is. So I know you're really sensitive to that stuff. All right. The cool thing is in charcoal, that's really all you have to do. You don't have to fully erase anything. As long as your brightest areas are still open to be drawn, this is really all I have to do. I could start bringing this down. I'm gonna use my stumps again to bring this eye down where it should be. The eyelid was okay, kind of, sorta, but this eye, his eye was definitely more. This eye was definitely more shut than this one was. So this one's really good. I'm really good with this one. But this one I had an issue with. I was trying to ignore it, but I can't ignore it anymore. Should I even move in? I may even move in. I may even move in here because this eye is really supposed to be down here. Where I had the top part needs to go away. Let's see. Whispering is when I'm sitting back, just staring. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this down. I actually might come in here. I'm gonna come in here. A little bit more. The starting point is good. It just needs to come in just a little bit. All right. Let me use a 2B. 56. Where's my 2? 2B it is. All right. So now I can bring this in more. I'm going to feel much better. Actually, I might as well give it all of it. There's one thing I've never been scared to do. I've known a lot of people who would just start over, or they wouldn't erase when they knew something was wrong, and they end up with a picture that doesn't make them happy. I learned that a long time ago. Yes. I just started it. So what I ended up doing, I tried to start one, but then it was still attached to this email, so I couldn't do anything with it. How you doing, Miss Amber C? So this is gonna be this here will be the new art channel. So I'll move everything over here, and once it lets me go live, I'll start there. So that's going to be the new art channel. It's I put the link in the description, not the description. Actually, no, I didn't do it in the description, did I? I don't know. But it's definitely on my homepage. So if you go to my homepage, right under the main part, you'll see the links. That's going to be one of the links. That was the first throat clear today. So that's the new one there. And then once I'm able to go live, I'll be on TikTok also and Twitch. I'm on there right now. I'm posting on Twitch, but I'm not posting on TikTok. But I'm definitely going to be going live from the other channel for that, so this one can stay politics. Because though that's not going anywhere. I gotta move this over. It's blocking my this picture. Here we go. Cool. All right, so I'm bringing all this in, everything in. Even though this is fine, I guess I'll leave this alone. I don't need to touch this. I can go straight down though now. Whereas before it was kind of on an angle. I didn't need the angle. I have it all measured out right, which is weird. It just was not looking right to me, so I couldn't continue. But yeah, I've known a lot of people who will start over. I've done it before if it was really bad. If I just didn't feel like doing the erasing and going back and starting over. But I would really have to see a lot wrong with a drawing to do that. And yeah, I'm not there with this one. Hopefully, I don't have to erase it all, or start over. But no, I'm not there yet. So right here is actually where I need to be starting. I started out up here, and like I said, this one's going to be low, or the eyelid's going to be lower where it's supposed to be. I can bring this up. So I'm already finding things that I have to correct in order to do that eye. So essentially, it's mostly but I've never been scared to erase. In fact, I've probably been too prone to doing it. I don't even have to sometimes. I had a teacher get mad at me once because I threw away a picture that she loved, but I didn't. And she was really upset. She's like, "You gave it to me." Like, yeah, it wasn't right. That ain't my. If I'm gonna put it out there, I gotta be happy with it. If I'm not happy with it, it ain't going out there. Let's go back to straightening this out. If Lou comes in here, he's gonna be like, "You erased?" That's really gonna drive him crazy. He already thinks I'm weird when it comes to this whole art stuff, because I do things a little unconventional. Once he sees I erased the whole eye, he's probably gonna be like, "What? Why?" I have no issues erasing. Here. All right, let's come in here. So now, this is going to be my new start point. That's a pretty big difference. If you look where I started earlier or before versus where I'm starting now, that's a really big difference. And like I said, that was going to bother me. I don't know if I would have, I may have messed around and started over if I kept going on that path. It's still going to come out the same, almost the same area, but I just could not take it being that wide. This. Oh, that's a huge. I mean, It may not look like a huge difference to you guys, but if you if you see where I was earlier versus where I'm coming, oh, you can't really quite see it yet. I'm still sketching. It's a very, very, very big difference from where I had it. In all this. So yeah, you guys are still seeing the old lines. You're not seeing the new ones yet. Let's come down. That's actually going to bring all of this in. Yeah. Huge difference. That's going to bring all of that in. So we got some light areas here. Come down this way and start this whole little line thing that I was working on all over. You just right. He is the OG. Yeah. This now I can come in. Wow, what a difference. That's a huge difference from what I was doing originally. All right. And like I said, the good thing is it's charcoal, so all of this will be essentially invisible once I start getting back into the shading part. This is dark. For whatever reason, I was not shorter, more closed than the other one. So I'm much more happy with that. Bring this all back to where it was, or where it's gonna be. Lower eyelid, upper one. This is gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna be blocking it. I'm gonna be able to see it right. Let me get rid of that. About this, but I'll still get rid of it. All right, now this one actually came down more right here. I didn't have that. So when I'm going and I'm like shading and doing all that, I see stuff, but then I like to verify it later when I'm done, so I could step away and look from a distance. So I felt this was wrong, but I just kept going anyway because I knew if I have to erase it, I'll erase it. But I didn't want to stop the process that I was doing because there's other things that were good. Like all this was good. All this was good. Actually, this is even good. I just have to bring it over now. And I might as well erase that now too. So I saw it, but there was no reason to stop where I was with the progress that I was making. All right. So it kind of looks like it's coming up, but it's not really coming up, but it looks like it's coming up because of this here. I don't even know what that really. I don't know how you teach drawing. I was saying like what I was doing, but um, so here's a crazy story. Before I met my wife, and she knows this, um, my original plan was to teach life drawing. I don't know how I would do that online, but it was to teach life drawing um, in Italy. So there was a sister school to the college that I went to, the art school that I went to. It was in Florence, Italy. And my original plan was to go to that school. You get well, at that time, you get a huge discount um, in the tuition if you go there and study abroad. And that was my original plan. That changed when I got the opportunity with DreamWorks Animation. So let me see. Let me come down more. And then when I got that opportunity, I said, okay, that would actually be better because I was fully ready, willing, and able to go to Florence, Italy, and teach life drawing because I really, 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 really love life drawing. So now I can fill this in, so because it's going to keep throwing me off if I don't fill this in right now. I'll leave this area. But that was the original plan. So I can't. I don't know if I can teach it online though. That's a big difference. I would like to be able to walk up behind somebody who's drawing while they're drawing and help them make corrections that way. It's really really difficult. Really difficult. What's up, Bolo? Really difficult to um, teach someone drawing when you don't know where they're strong, where they're weak. So yeah. So I'm just gonna do this. This is good therapy for me, especially this one. This one's really, really good therapy. But overall, drawing is therapy for me. It's always been like that. All right, let me step back a little bit. It still looks funky because of the all the other old shading that's there. So no, I don't know about teaching this way. This is a whole different. Yeah, that's I don't know how that would work. Yeah, I'm not a fan of AI. I mean, it's cool, and I've seen people do some really funny stuff with AI, but I'm not at work. I started having people once they found out I could draw, wanting me. They wanted to like commission artwork, and I'm like, oh, there's still a market for this. I'm not going to do it, but it's pretty cool that there's a market for it. Still may have to come back in. What is going on? Too far down. I'm not. And so let me correct that. It's not that I'm not a fan of AI. I just prefer. I don't even want to call it real. I just prefer traditional art over the AI stuff. And that AI stuff is not easy. Don't let anybody try to tell you that it is. It's not. You have to be very. You have to. Well, if you're going to do it the way I would do it, it's difficult. In some ways, it's easier, but in other ways, it's not. And are you going to capture what you really want, or is it going to do something you say, "Oh, that's cool," and then accept that? That's a big difference too. Why are you still annoying me? What is going on here? I don't know why it's still annoying me. Oh, sorry. Why am I still having this is still bothering me. Maybe you should start here. I don't know. Something's still bothering me about what I'm doing here. Shouldn't. There it is. So it's the same line. Look at how far it. I don't know if you can still see the old ones. This exact line was all the way over here. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. All right, let's start going up here. And get this eyebrow going. Top of the eyebrows. So it hasn't changed. So that spot was actually not that bad. Get rid of all of this. Maybe just go back to shading how I was before. But where I was starting to be in this drawing, I couldn't just keep going and start doing this on this side. I had to correct it while I could. Why does that keep doing that? All right, I think I'm better now. I'm happier with this lineup. Yeah, I'm happier with this lineup. I can go back to using the stump. I will do that though, so I'll keep explaining what that is. This is a stump. The sole purpose of this is to do shading. I have a whole bunch of them, different sizes, because depending on the lines, these are two different ones. It's just paper wound really, really, really tight, and it's really, I mean, excellent for shading. And that's with anything. That's with pencil, charcoal. They're really, really, really effective with pastels. So that's what a stump is. Now I'm going back into where I was before I erased all that stuff. I didn't want to erase off camera. I wanted to do it all here. This back out. All right, we're back in. We're back in the shading mode. Where that speed bump happened. All right, a little bit better. It's still bothering me. Thought it was good. I don't like the angle. little bit better. Hopefully I don't get caught up on this thing too much. I have done that. But in the end, it always works out. Always works out. The son needs more screen. If I have headphones in and I could hear a little loop noise, that's my son requesting more time on his iPad, which is very important right now for him because he's not in school and he will stay on that thing all day if we don't keep track of his time. So we do about an hour, and then every now and then we'll say, "Now you got to take a break." And then he'll throw a fit and maybe get it back later, or we'll give him the time, or we'll say, "Yeah, I think you're done for the day." Yeah, acting like a crackhead over that thing. Number 2. He actually, he's not in swim right now. That was at the beginning of the school year. They should actually be back doing it right now. But he did really well. He got to the next level, and then it just started being a lot with school, with school, and then we started doing a basketball clinic, and then soccer, and just trying to find out what he really enjoys. He seems to like everything, so I think it's going to be easy. What we did with our girls, all 3 of them, they had to, but this is in high school. They had to pick a sport and then see it through all the way to the end of that season, at least once. And that just helped them be around other kids, learn basic stuff. So he's learning it quicker now because of that iPad. It's pretty insane. But kids have to learn a different type of socializing with the iPad because they're not in person. That's a big, big, big issue. A very big issue that I think a lot of people don't think about. Your kids normally getting that correction from a coach or somebody saying, "Hey, you can't do that. You're a sore loser," or "You don't want to be a sore loser," or apologize. You don't want to be a sore winner. All of that stuff happens in school. But when you're on an iPad, you're learning that way, 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 way faster than you would if you were. You learn that way faster on an iPad, and there's no adult there to catch it. So I'm pretty good about listening in and correcting him when I hear him acting up, because those kids argue. The reason we won't take completely is because his cousins are all in different states. Well, they were in Arizona, now they're back in Chicago. So his family is in Chicago. His cousins, all the ones around his age. So you're kind of taking away a really big mode of communication, and it's just good having him, allowing him to do it, but just monitoring it really close. All right, I'm getting more happy with this. And you don't want to take it completely away, because if they were here, he wouldn't even have an iPad the way he has sometimes. But because that's their mode of communication, be online, that's, I don't know. I don't want to take that away. We don't want to take that away. My wife and I talked about it. So even when he acts up, he risks losing it and getting punished on it. But we don't want to completely take it away, because they all get on FaceTime and they share screens and they play, and it's what I used to do when I used to play. Well, I still kind of play games, but when I used to play with a group, he's getting that interaction. So, and boys are gonna be boys, so they start fighting and arguing over stuff, silly stuff. So, but he's lucky they're in a distance, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely moderation. You don't want to just be a free for all, because I did a live about Roblox too. We found with him and his cousin, actually, well, first of all, it was with him and his cousin. They were befriending weirdos on Roblox. So I went in there. It started on YouTube, but then it went to Roblox. I went in there. I'm like, what is this? Who is this? You know this person? No. You know this person? No. And I started looking at their the profiles of these people, and some of them were clearly adults, clearly adults. So we had a erasing spree on a lot of them. Then I called 3 of my sisters who also have their kids play on. They all play at the same time, and let them know, hey, check their friends list because there's adults on there. And I gave them some of the examples. But that was a very eye-opening moment because it was like, whoa. And just the profiles were just saying things that there's no way a kid would say it. Like, you know what a kid talks like and how they act. And those were clearly adults. They almost made it like a dating profile type of description. So after we deleted them, I'm just monitoring. So now if I hear him talking at all, who are you talking to? Who are you playing with? Oh, somebody asked me a question. Do you know him? No? Okay. And then I go and see what they're asking. That's how I discover what these weirdos online are doing. All right. It's getting better. But yeah, watch what those kids are doing. You can't watch them the whole time, so listen if you can't watch them. Listen. You have to. If you don't, your kid's at risk. It's not really hard. It's not. Because I don't think people think about it. Darken this up. Just looks funky if you don't. I'll do this for now. And then so I can come back. I'm a little bit more comfortable when I can see detail. It's just black and looks weird. And I know I'm going to come back to that eye, but let's need to do that. But yeah, it's scary. Definitely gets scary. All right. A little bit better. Still annoyed, but it's better than. Now that I say that, it's about time for me to go back through the friends list. I discovered one of his cousins making a whole bunch of profiles. I gotta get back to his mom and make sure she remembers to go back in and look at that, because that one's sneaky. All right, let's do. Over this. And make sure she remembers, because I think she was at work when I told her, hey, your son's making a bunch of profiles. And I found that out through my son, who will snitch on anybody. He will snitch. The hardest part is just for me or for other people. Because I know people have, you said of the face. I would say people have a real problem with hands, and I have no issues with hands. But you said of the face. Of the face, I don't know. I just like capturing or trying to catch a person through the eyes. So that you'll see me focus on that a lot as I move on. But I don't really have an issue with the face. Because I learned a long time ago, if you can get the eyes, but nothing else really matters. Nothing will matter. As long as you get the eyes, you're good. Like the rest can not even look good. But if you get the eyes and they really look like that person, it's almost like you're capturing, I don't know, you're capturing something. Part of them that's sounds like hippie stuff, but it really, really, really is important if you can do that. So I don't really have an issue with the face. The hardest part would probably be none of it's really that difficult. I think the where people go wrong is something I said in the last live is they're looking at their picture more than they're looking at the reference that they're using to draw. You should be looking at that picture or that image or that model, whatever you're drawing. You should be looking at that way more than you're looking at your own drawing. Otherwise, you start admiring your work and ignoring the actual thing that you're drawing, and it will show by the time you're done. It will show that you were looking more at your work and not the actual source. I think I will be playing with some pastels though. I did. It's been a while since I've done pastels, and I really like that. So you can draw a great looking wine bottle. Oh, football on the other hand, that's the problem. Why? What's the? You're just drawing what you see. So you got to keep looking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, nonstop. Even while you're doing like what I'm doing right now, the shading and all that, you have to keep looking back and forth. People start. I know people will. Let's see if I can get my. They will only focus on this and forget about the source. I'm telling you, I've seen it 1,000 times, and they don't know where it went wrong. And I could tell them, but I'm not even mean or anything unless I don't like the person. I did that once in college. I was like, well, I can tell you exactly what you did wrong. I'm not going to say that because I don't know who's watching. Let's just say there was nude models, and this guy's drawing went all messed up. He couldn't figure out where it went wrong. I can tell exactly where it went wrong. He was looking. I'm not going to say it. I know there's a couple of kids watching this, so I'm not going to say it. I know for a fact there's a couple of kids watching, so I'm not going to say it. I'm just thinking out loud. Sorry. Yeah, he was looking at it. What's funny is we had models every day, every day. But that one threw him all off. It was usually the same one, like at least once a week. If you saw the drawing, it was so funny because it was clear what he was looking at because it was in the drawing. It was so overly exaggerating. Me and a friend of mine, we laughed at that dude so hard, so bad. He never really liked us anyway. Art school's different. It's not like regular. It's not like regular school where there's other things that you do. Like even in another art school, there's some radio programming. There's culinary, like at the Art Institute. The school I'm talking about was just drawing, nothing else. Those are the weirdest students. I swear they are the weirdest group of human beings. And me, I'm still me, so especially at that age, yeah, you're never gonna hear the end of this. You make a mistake in front of me, you're never gonna hear the end of it. So I won't even say what we called him from that point on. I wish I could remember his name. He was actually a funny dude, but yeah, that drawing. Let's just say the feature, the main feature was way overly exaggerated. Way overly exaggerated. And I don't know how he didn't see it. He should have known it was so overly exaggerated. All right, good stuff. Man, he was seeing her. He was looking. And what really sucks is the models. So I was saying this last week. First thing we would do every day is called gesture drawings, which is just sketches, really quick sketches. So somebody's doing a pose with their hands out like this, you would do it. You'd like just you never let your medium, so pencil, crayon, pastel, whatever it is, you never let it leave the canvas or paper that you're drawing, and you just kind of outline everything that you see, and then you put the details in after. You just keep going really, really fast. And you started out with say 2 minute study, then it moved up to 5 minutes, and 10 minutes, and 15 minutes, and then every now and then they would do 20 minutes, but then the rest of the class is on one pose. And once you get once they take a break or whatever, we go for our break, the models would walk around and look at the work because a lot of them were artists. And when she got to that dude's, I sat there and waited into my lunch just so I can see her reaction to looking at that fool's drawing. And she got to see what he was looking at. That had to feel gross. That had to feel gross. She had to be like, "What is this? Why is this man trying to have me have a bowling ball?" It was. Oh, the good old days. I'm being very careful because I know there are kids watching. I'm 100% positive I know that there are some kids watching. So, we'll do this just to keep that spot. So I won't go into this spot. I'll leave this spot right here. You can't really see that from here. Now, I was telling Lou the other day, what I like to do is the direction that the skin is flowing over the bone or cartilage on the area that you're drawing is the way you want to shade. If you're using a stump, it makes it flow the way that the skin is flowing, and it looks different. So if I was to do this here, it wouldn't really make much sense, and you would notice it. Well, I would notice. I'm kind of crazy when it comes to that. So I notice things that some people might not notice. So it would drive me crazy. We'll say that. It won't drive you guys crazy. Unless you're really OCD like I get in drawing. All right, hey. Looks like I never erased anything. Look at that. And the eyes pushed over closer to where it should be. What I was saying in the last live also is I blur my eyes, squint and then blur my eyes so that I can see all the lights and darks. That helps me determine, contrasts. That line is way too dark. That's why I did that. All right. Still gonna try. I'm gonna ignore it for now and come back to this. Egon keeps coming. I know that wasn't his name. I'm gonna look this guy up if I can remember his name. If I can find him on social media, I might even send him a message and call him the name we used to call him. And then just leave it at that. My wife would probably get mad if I did that. Why are you doing this? What is wrong with you? It's funny. It's not funny. Let's see. All right. Bring this out. Bring this out. So this actually brings this ear all the way in here. Here. So wow, what a difference. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but this is crazy. I really had this side off by making that eye too big. So I had the placement correct, but the eye was just too big. That really changes the image. It's so easy to mess something like that up. I'm still coming in. Wow. I'm coming out in here. Come out to here. Do this. Ross. Ross. Bob Ross. Bob Ross is the man. Was the man. Is he still? I don't think there's no way he's still alive. He looked older way back in the days when we were young. So he definitely ain't doing his landscapes. He was really, really, really good. He did really simple things to get what he wanted to get out of his paint. But I still can't. I mean, I tried it. So we did like a family type of landscape thing, and I didn't paint how I normally do, and it was all messed up. But I was trying to do stuff that I remember seeing him doing. I probably did it wrong, but it came out okay. It came out okay. 1995. Wow, yeah, he's been gone for a while. He was awesome though. But he kind of just chit chatted too. He never really said how he was doing it. I was watching to learn techniques, but I never really got into painting. So I remember what he was doing from way back then, but yeah, he was really good. Really good. All of his landscapes. And I really liked the way he did his water. Man, when we were doing that, so my daughter, her husband came over. My youngest daughter was over. Who else was here? I'm trying to remember if my oldest daughter wasn't in town. My son, my wife, we all had like these little template things that my wife, I guess, bought. Sorry, I'm sharpening the pencil. And we all did our own little landscapes. They came out good. Theirs was better than mine because I was really trying to do what he was doing, but a couple things were wrong. He was using oil. We were using acrylic. I was using these little bitty brushes, and I never did. I never did that stuff. I was satisfied, but I really wanted to do that water just once. He would gloss back over it, and it would smear the paint just enough to make it look like water. That dude was dope. That dude was dope. His voice was ASMR. He was just chit chat. All right, so now I can come over here. Wow, this is a huge difference from where I was going with it. Huge difference. Yeah, the red fro. He sure did. And to have a fro like that, he must have started like in the 70s or early 80s because people they didn't keep those fros for much longer into the 90s. So and she said Miss Genesis put in there that he passed away in 1995. So yeah, he was old. He's an OG for sure. For sure. Moose Brown. Trying to just outline this. So I know where I can erase and shade. July 4th. I don't know if they can get away with doing a whole program like that on TV again. It was awesome. Everybody knows who he was, though, so maybe they could. My favorite artist, or I have two. One is Alex Ross, same last name. Artist nothing like Bob Ross. And then Chuck Close. Those are my two favorites. Chuck Close does crazy artwork. It's huge. You get a chance to Google that guy. His work is crazy. Matt, like entire wall, like his work was like the size of a garage door, but it would be perfect. It looked like a photograph. And he would use small shapes to do that. So the closer up you get, you just see a bunch of squares and circles. The further out you go, it becomes photographic. It's wild. I think he finally passed too. His work is amazing. All right, I can start coming up this way now. I had the Jasmine Sullivan song stuck in my head all day. I asked my wife if she was playing it earlier or something while I was asleep. She said no. I want nobody to catch me singing Mascara. What? Wow. This is a huge difference. Let me get rid of this because it's going to distract me if I don't. It's a huge difference from where I was with this. show I got addicted to. It's an art. Well, kind of art. Well, no, it's definitely art. It's what is it? The tattoo show. What is it? What's that one called? Oh man, what is it called? Where they do tattoos every week, but they do these art challenges that are really cool, and it shows like their actual ability. Like, tattooing is not difficult at all, but they'll do challenges. Ink Master, love that show. They'll do challenges and where you see, oh, this person's a real artist, or oh no, this person just does stenciling. You really see who's a true artist on that show. That one's I like that show. There was another one that where they used to just do cover ups. I can't remember what that one was called. Yeah, Ink Master was great. I think it's still on. I found it on. It's like on one of those um, network things now. Those apps, they make it harder to find stuff. I was just whining about that the other day about football. Like I shouldn't have to find which app a football game is on. It used to just be on TV, but now because they're doing all these licensing agreements, it's on YouTube. It could be on Paramount. It could be on Peacock. Come on, what are we doing? So with Ink Master, it's on one of those. It might be like Hulu or something. But I found it again. There's a whole bunch of seasons that I missed. I'm gonna go back and catch up on that. The only reason I'm doing this really dark right now is so I don't lose the lines that I want to highlight. So I will be going back in and lightening them up. But because I still had that erasing stuff, like I don't know if you guys can see it. There's still some of that there. I want to make sure I cover it before I start shading over. So it's not. None of this is going to be this harsh. These lines are not going to be this harsh. Just for now. That's the magic of the kneaded eraser. Like literally, you can get rid of lines, especially the harshness, just by dabbing it. I don't know if you can tell how much that's dimmed it, but for now, I'm making it dark, and then I'll come back over. Tommy got robbed from the first season. Tommy. I don't remember. I don't remember the very first season. I do not remember the first season. It's been so that show's been out for a long time. There's been a couple times where I thought they should have won, didn't win. But yeah, I really like that show. They have completely different judges now. One of them is from one of the seasons. He's actually now it's on Paramount now. Yeah, I really enjoy that show. Really, yeah. Navarro's not. I don't think he's on there anymore. Or Pac. I don't think either of them are on there anymore. The one chick with the big head and the jaw tattoo, she's one of the judges now. She was actually good on the show, so I'm not mad at that. There was a light skinned black dude who was really good, but he had an attitude problem. I mean, super talented. He everything was flawless, all the challenges and everything, but he just had an attitude problem. I think he won. I don't remember if he won. He should have if he didn't. He was by far one of the best artists they've ever had on that show. All right. Watched the first 13 seasons. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. It was a light skinned dude. He was on like the second or third season. He made it all the way to the final. I don't remember if he won. You guys have a much better memory than I do. I more remember what they were drawing versus the people themselves. But yeah, he made it to the final. Should have become an international. I don't think he did. Because I remember him coming back for another season. All of them came back for like other seasons. But I always enjoyed the challenges more than most of the tattoos. Some of the tattoos were really good, but I don't think they ever really gave them enough time to do until the last tattoo. They never really gave them enough time to do really good solid tattoos. I used to do tattoo drawings for the artists, and I would sell them to them. What up, G Will? What's going on? Hold on. Why can't I see you? Why can't I see G Will? I see you in the YouTube chat, but I don't see you in the. So this is the second time this happened. This happened to Triple S too. Huh. I don't understand that. Anyway. I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar. But I'm not good with the names and all that. Unless, like, yeah, I'm not good with the names. From TV shows, I'm not good. With real people, I'm excellent with names and faces. But not with TV personality. Right, so this looks really dark, but like I said, I can get rid of a lot of that. Let me get this down. Anthony and Mike. No, I'm not going to draw anybody or their midget horse that they rode in on. Not today. Not today. That would be a funny drawing, though. There's people who've done AI of that. They put Ben Shapiro on the horse. A little bitty mini horse. Hey, what's up, Juicy? How you been? Long time no see. Thank you, thank you. Long time no see. You're one of the first ones in here when I first started going. That's awesome. Really good to see you. Really good. Hey, you remember specifics. Did they like stencil it with the electrical tape? Sounds familiar. No, yeah, I don't remember that. Thought it sounded familiar. It's not. Just fill it in for now. What's up, Tesha C's? How you doing? Yeah, they could never handle the pressure. They start fighting. They would fight over dumb stuff too. They were a bunch of haters, to be honest with you. When they would fight, I'm trying to remember who the biggest snake was, because there was one dude who was like just ruthless. I can't remember. I don't remember any of them, their names. I just remember like laughing at certain things. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. When they would have them like final two or three come and defend themselves, if you didn't know how to articulate why you should stay, you were done. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. Oh, I just lifted some. Yeah, that's interesting. I just lifted some of the charcoal with the stump. Let's see how I did that. Yeah, there was a show that was just cover ups. It was just three artists. It was a Hispanic dude, like a heavyset Hispanic dude, a light skinned black chick, and I think there was another Hispanic dude. And they would come in with, man, people would come in with messed up tattoos. They were actually really, really, really talented. I'm surprised none of them went on to try and be Ink Master because they were really good. It was a show with just cover ups. And that's a whole different type of talent. Because you got to line everything perfect. Yeah, if you can't do exactly what you want, Black Ink Crew, no, no, no. It was I can't remember. It was around. It came out around the same time as Ink Master did. Like the show came out around that same time. and they had a shop in Hollywood. Some would be walk-ins, but people would tell the story on how they got these weird tattoos, and then they would just cover them up. And that's a whole different type of talent to be able to do that than the regular tattoo artist. Especially when you see people who had bold lines. I mean, hideous tattoos. I don't know how they really bold lines. I'll remember it once I'm off. I'm not gonna remember anything right now. As soon as I get off, I'm saying, "Oh, I remember what it was called." It'll be too late. It won't help anybody in here. But it was a nerdy black chick, a heavy set Hispanic dude who did like a lot of really cool. And he did some really cool designs. Why is my picture? That heavy set Hispanic dude was really good. I don't even remember any names. I just know it was a great show. And I watched it religiously on DVR. So I don't even remember when it would come out. I just see a new episode and watch. But I will be going to Paramount for the Ink Master one. Ink Master Angels. Nope, I don't know. You must have got a lot of tattoos. You know all that stuff. I only have two. You remember all the names and everything. Okay. I was told to move my mic. So I guess that means my wife's watching. Later, not right now. So then you're one of the people who wants to get a whole bunch, but you just never pull the trigger. Let's do this. All right, let's try that. This is all going to be filled in later. This is going to have to come back out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So this whole I've just been making corrections. No, I'll have to clean this thing. The smaller ones you peel away. Is they're hollow. I don't know if you can see that. The big one, I just flip to the other side. There's two sides. You can actually smear it away, and it kind of cleans it off. But no, you don't have to. You don't have to clean this stuff. But I know a guy named Chris who would sharpen it. That dude was really good though. I don't know his setup was weird for me, but it really worked well for him. I'm gonna look him up. That dude was super talented. He went to my American Academy of Art school, same one I went to, and then he worked at a place that I worked in Chicago called Navy Pier for a while, and he was doing caricatures. But that was not his thing. That was not his thing. But he was still really good at it. But he did this kind of stuff. This is what he should have stuck with and did. I'm gonna see if he ever got it. He wanted to make children's book. I wonder if he ever followed through it. I'm gonna look that up. I lost touch with him when I left Chicago. Arabia, how you doing? Let me hit mute so I can cough. Woo, yeah. Instead of left ring finger. All right, let me go back to this. So Arabia today's been pretty much all corrections. I erased this whole side and put it back in a little bit darker for now. But yeah, today's been all fixing things that were wrong. And this is definitely too far out. This is gonna have to come into. Mm-hmm. Let's bring some of this in. This is not what I do all that hair and stuff like that last, so definitely don't want to do this. No detail right now. All just lines. I may have to just shade it so it doesn't distract me. And then too many people with mustaches like this. So it might be easier for me to just do it and shade it. Yeah, I may have to just shade it. But see, the reason why I don't want to shade it is because I'll lose the edges and then I'll try to refigure out the mouth and all of that. All right, so we got that we're going right about here. so I'm looking at his eye. This should come to right up here. And this one should right about, it should line up with this side of the eye. But we gotta go down. Right. The mouth is such a contradiction. It really is weird. It goes over this way, and then towards the ends it comes this way. So you have two completely different types of art. One's upside down. See how straight I can get this. Straight in. Almost straight in. Sorry, I'm just staring at it. Gotta be a little wider than the nose, not this much wider. Expand this so I can see the mouth better. Well, let's just shade it in for now and see. Too far. Let's get rid of. All right, let's see. Let's try here. So it goes this way, and then it comes into. So this should be the edge, and then we're coming up. All right, so now how far? About to cough again. Sorry. I just had a full coughing fit. All right. Very little definition here. Very little. Bottom one is much easier. I don't like it at all. The angle is right. I'm looking dead at it. Angle is right. I might have to do the mustache. I think it's throwing me off. Here. Dang, I don't want to do the mustache yet. We'll have to do a lot of erasing if I fill it in. But I think that's the only way I'm going to see this correctly. Because what I'm seeing right now is off because I can't see the mustache right. Let's just do this. Let's try this. See if this helps me. It's not like his mustache is all very dark. If you're not, I just created a drawing channel. Let me find that link. And it's going to be for this, specifically for this, for doing artwork. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. If you guys can sub up to that new art channel, there it is. That, and the same thing with if you're on TikTok, follow me there also. So this is the new YouTube channel, the new YouTube art channel. And then TikTok is also going to be the main one. TikTok, I got to wait 30 days before I can go live on there. So what I'm going to do is do some, let's see, put that in there. There's that one. I'm going to do the time lapse of these lives, probably do a whole 2-hour live and chop it into like 6, 7, 8 minutes, something like that. Just for now while I wait. So I'll be going live on TikTok once I'm able to. And again, that's the new art channel. If you can sub up there so that we don't have to come to this channel every time. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it should be dedicated. There we go. All right. So those are the links. Stay light here. Stay light here. So a little bit down here. Let's see if this helps me see it a little bit better. It doesn't. I have all this right. This line is right, but it still doesn't look right to me for some reason. I may have to come back to this. might just be too long. I'll have to look at it when I step back. When the live's over, I can step back and come back and look at it because something's missing here and I don't see what it is. And it might just be details. There's another. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back or step back and look at it later. But at least the eye is where I want it now. I was not happy with it at all. All right. So that's gonna bother me. I didn't know that I could draw. I was just drawing. Actually, my father's the one who told me I could draw. I was just drawing like destructive stuff. Like, I don't know how old I was, maybe 7 or 8. And what I was saying the other day is I didn't know my father could draw. And then once I saw him draw, he did this like really, really, really crazy sketch of Muhammad Ali in his boxing stance. That's when I realized he could draw. And then when he told me that I could draw, I was like, oh, well, I know he can draw. So if he says I can draw, I can actually draw. And then I just kept with it. And it wasn't just me. Like I said, 2 of my brothers were really good. And yeah, I didn't know I could draw. I was just drawing. I learned that I could draw when my father told me I could draw. And then I just never stopped. Why is this still bothering me? I don't know why it's still bothering me. But yeah, I don't know what grade it was. Maybe first grade, kindergarten. We were drawing for like we would do we had an art class and we were supposed to do drawings for Christmas for our parents. My mom kept that plate for so long. They were making these plates, and they were going to send them in. And mine had a guy shooting another guy and like killing Frosty the Snowman, and the Christmas tree was broken, and the star was I forgot what was happening to the star, but it was all chaos, total chaos. They probably asked my mom about, was everything good at home? It was nothing but violence, blood everywhere. And what's really funny is my son's doing the same thing, and he's 7. Um, 'Cause the other day I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a nice drawing. What is that?" And it's pure chaos, blood, guts everywhere. I'm like, "Oh boy." So he's definitely mine because he's doing the exact same thing. And I remember that drawing because it was just a guy. I don't even know what he was shooting at or why he was shooting. I just thought it was cool. And clearly my son thinks the same types of things are cool. And he does kind of look like me. My wife says he looks exactly like me. Yeah, he definitely looks like me. But now I'm noticing he's got a lot of the same uh, inclination. Because I was looking at this drawing he did, and there was blood. I'm like, oh boy, why are you drawing blood? Like, why does there have to be stuff blowing up? But that's what we do. Well, that's what boys do. Man, yeah, boys are different. Boys are so different. Maybe if I bring this down, this will help me. Boys are crazy, and their energy is next level. That energy is wild. No, this isn't helping me. Yeah, the boys are definitely different from girls. They're definitely much more chill. Anybody who tells you that they're not different is lying. I ain't gonna get into that on this during this live, but boys are a stark difference from girls. I don't know why. I'll know when I step back, but right now I don't know why this is bothering me. So I'm just gonna keep going and hopefully not have to erase too much. Let's make this darker. See if that helps. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do a lot of erasing because I'm doing this now. So I was trying to avoid it, but as long as this thing's gonna bother me, I might as well dig in. See if I can. All right. Oh, it looks funky on the screen. It looks different here. I think maybe because we're on a little bit of an angle. So what you guys are seeing isn't exactly what I'm seeing. Let's see if that. No, yeah, you guys aren't seeing exactly what I'm seeing. So you wouldn't be able to help if I needed your help. Because something is off. Mm-hmm. Something wrong. I'm gonna start really getting annoyed. So normally when I see something off, I start shading areas and that I know need to be shaded eventually. And sometimes that helps me see what the flaw is because these are all distractions. Like this not being full is a distraction, mustache not being full is a distraction. So I try to fill those things in, and normally that would help me identify what I don't like. Um, but it's not working right now. So I'm filling all these areas in, trying to see what is off and making sure that it's not just those things throwing me off. And as of right now, it's really not. So I don't know what it is. So I gotta identify it. I'm not gonna be able to identify it until I stand up and walk away and come back. So as of right now, I'm gonna be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not doing this coming Thursday, but Tuesdays and Thursdays is my proposed days. See what my wife thinks. She's probably gonna want me to add a day, but then I don't want. I also don't want to take it this to take away from what my regular YouTube content is, which is the politics stuff, because that's more time consuming. This I can just get on and start drawing. So this doesn't take away from it, but it could take away a day. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, as of right now. Let's see, what are you doing? Like he's messing with me right now. Like he's messing with me right now, just to annoy me. I actually picked that up from my father, so he would do things just to annoy you or confuse you. It's like that was his goal in every conversation. And I got that from him for sure. I definitely picked that up because I like annoying people. And it's harmless. It's always funny, even if it's just funny to me. It's gonna be funny. But that's like all he did. And if you let him know there's something you don't like, man, he was gonna he was gonna hone in on it. I definitely got that from him. I probably took it to the next level with the trolling and everything, but in person, like his goal in every conversation was to make you laugh, to confuse you, and that's it. And to make sure you leave the conversation at least having smiled. There aren't many people who can do that. But he definitely, that was like his thing. Okay, so I see this error. This needs to come in. Definitely see that. Hmm. But yeah, I definitely got that. My I annoy my son. Oh man, I'm about to cough. Hold on. Woo! Sorry. My father used to say something, and it used to drive us crazy, but we would laugh at the same time. And I said it to my son the other day, and it drove him crazy. So now I know why my father was doing that. And all he did was flip 2 words. So instead of saying brush your teeth and wash your face, he would say brush your face and wash your teeth. And it catches you off guard because it's like, huh, you just said that wrong. But he would keep a straight face when he would do stuff like that. So you couldn't tell when he was joking. You could very rarely. I mean, you could tell eventually after you get to know him because he would do the same thing to my wife. But once I said it to my son, I realized my son's like, wait, what did you just say? Totally caught him off guard. I said, what are you talking about? Brush your face and wash your teeth. That boy gets such a kick out of that. And I remember getting a kick out of that, but arguing with my father also. It's like, no, you're saying it wrong. And now I'm doing that to my son, and it clearly works. Definitely works. And I now know something that annoys him. So pretty much when we're getting ready or when he's getting ready for school, I just say, make sure you brush your face and wash your teeth. And we have that same conversation that I used to have. All right, I gotta stop because I'm getting really annoyed. I don't see what's bothering me right now, but something is bothering me. We're almost at 2 hours anyway, so that's perfect. Ms. Genesis, I appreciate you as always. I'm not going to ask you. Well, I'll ask. You don't have to answer here about your live streaming because I know you were going back and forth. So I'll ask you on IG when you're going live, or if you still do, or what's the status of that. Amber C, thank you so much. I appreciate you. G Will, as always, sir. Miss Arabia, thank you. Tesh Aziz, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by, man. I genuinely appreciate that. Mom of two, wifey two. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for stopping by. I already said you will. Miss Juicy Fruit, welcome back. Thank you so much. Please add the other channel. I put the link in. Who else was in here? Miss LaShawn, thank you so much. I appreciate you for stopping by. Baby bump. I don't know what baby bump after. All right. Thank you very much for stopping by. I didn't see Lou. Lou will come back and he's gonna try to figure out why I did all that erasing, but I had to. It must be done. Bolo, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Long time no see. Really? Yeah, we got to figure that out. I used to sit with my wife and watch your lives. And I'd be cracking up at the stuff that you found. So, like, there was some things that would just tickle you. You'd be cracking up. And then we used to just sit there and watch. Yeah, that really happened. Thank you for stopping by. Vince, thank you, sir. Appreciate you all. I genuinely thank you guys again. Let me see. Sorry, I'm chewing on a cough drop. I'm not supposed to chew on them. That's a TikTok. And where is it? The new channel. This is the new channel. Please sub up so that I can feel better about going live over there and not. I don't want to do this and people who want to see this don't see it because I just went over there. And I might have to do a simul stream a couple times. If you'd like to support the channel, as always, of course, there's a little QR code up top. That is my Cash App, or this is the Cash App, either way. And with that said, I have nothing else for you guys. I gotta stand back and figure out what's bothering me about this, because it's definitely bothering me. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully I don't have to destroy the whole thing. I definitely don't want to destroy it. But yeah, I appreciate you all as always. Thank you. We'll be back to politics. Oh no. It's gonna be a minute because of Christmas. Ah, crap. Well, whatever. 1, 2, outro. Where is my outro? How can I go out without an outro? Thank you, Miss Juicy. Appreciate you. There it is. Nope, that's not the right one. I lost my outro. All right, there it is. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.